Hello, my friends. Welcome back. My name is Paul, and it's been about a month maybe. I ended up watching some DVDs and TV shows for a bit there. I watched the first 2 seasons of The Crown and thought that was great, and a few other things. But I am back into books. Since I last did my video, I think I finished the Split World series by Emma Newman. And I really enjoyed how that series ended. I thought that she wrote very complex characters that you never really knew if they were on the side of good or the side of bad. They, at times, their intentions were noble, but when you looked at their actions from other people's perspectives, you would see that their actions was actually not noble, and it was very self-serving. And it showed how a lot of people can have these self-serving actions and still believe that they are noble people. And I thought it was a great series overall. And if you like the idea of a fantasy world mixed with our own world, that has a lot to do with Regency Victoria, London, then I think you probably would enjoy that. It was very good, and I would recommend all of Emma Newman's books because I think she is a phenomenal writer. I read the most recent issue of Kaiju number 8, the manga, and that series is still fantastic. I just like to read about Kaiju. Now all of the people in the defense ministry, I guess, know that he is a kaiju. And then I read volume 8, I think, of Spy Family, and it was the best volume so far. A lot happened on this cruise ship because the mother, her name escapes me at the moment, is my favorite character, and her protecting the person from assassination was amazing, and she's just fantastic, and it's such a good series. I love it. Then after that, I read a few books. Some of them are in my hand. We have Iona Iverson's Rules for Commuting by Clare Pooley. This is a contemporary novel about a woman that rides the train into London, and the people that she meets on that train and the connections they make with each other. And it really shows how important it is that we make connections with people, and when we have connections with people, our life is more fulfilling. And I really appreciated that, and it gave me hope for my own life. I also read The Last Quintista by Donna Barba Higuera. And this is a middle grade novel. That's a science fiction book. But it is a complex middle grade novel. The writing is writing for a middle grade audience, but the ideas are ideas that you would find more in young adult books, I guess, and even adult books. And so the comet is about to hit the Earth. People have to leave the Earth and go to a new planet. She and her family goes and gets put into stasis. While she was in stasis for this trip, they give her these skills that she can use when they get to the new planet. So hers is like botany and geology. But a group ends up overthrowing the ship. They're known as the Collective, and when she gets there and she's awakened, she finds that this collective now is controlling the ship, and they think in a way that there is no individuality, there's only the collective, and she must try to figure out how to get other people to realize what has happened. A lot of complex themes for a middle grade book in science fiction. However, I really enjoyed it. I do think that it probably could have been better as a young adult book, and which would allow the author to open up the way she was writing a little bit more. It felt very stilted because the sentences were very short and to the point, when they could have had more like impact, more description, and at times it was kind of a pain to read just because it was very by the numbers as far as how it was written. But the ideas, the themes, the Hispanic influence was all very fantastic. I read Matthew Perry's new memoir. It's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. And it's all about his issues with addiction and how his issues with loneliness and the hole in his life is filled with addiction, either to alcohol or to opiates. And I enjoyed this quite a bit. I have an addictive personality myself. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol because I know if I did, I would become an addict. I just know that. And this helped me see some of the more darker parts of my personality by reading himself talk about the dark parts in his personality. And I appreciated that about this book, and I thought it was fantastic. At times he can come off as being a little arrogant, a little cocky, and at times it almost feels like he is writing this as a way to communicate with people in his past that maybe he had wronged, to kind of say, hey, this is why I did these things. And I don't think a memoir should really do that. He's definitely working out some of his demons in this book. And I congratulate him for doing that. But at times, it just felt like he was like, oh, hey, woman number 30 that I slept with, I'm sorry, I wasn't a good person. I left you. And I just got kind of old with that. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's another book in there that I read that I can't think of at the moment. But yeah, those are the things I've read recently. Follow me on Goodreads. I always put up what I'm reading on Goodreads. I think it's Paul_SFF. And I will see you all next time, hopefully next week, where I'll be reviewing some more books. Later.